Are the San Francisco 49ers really considering a quarterback in the upcoming draft? With Brock Purdy's impressive rise, this speculation is shaking the fan base to its core. A recent mock draft has the 49ers eyeing a potential replacement, which just might leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the future of our franchise. Stay tuned for the full scoop on this bold prediction that could change the landscape of our team forever. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to keep up with all the latest 49ers news. The latest buzz surrounding the San Francisco 49ers is nothing short of electrifying, and as a die-hard fan, I can't help but feel a whirlwind of emotions about the team's potential moves in the upcoming draft. Recently, a simulated draft has stirred the pot by suggesting that the 49ers might select a quarterback to replace Brock Purdy. Yes, you heard that right. Replace him. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can they even consider that? General Manager John Lynch has publicly backed Purdy, stating, "Brock is our guy," and emphasizing the organization's desire to keep him around for the long haul. It's clear that Purdy has made significant contributions to this team, and his success has been undeniable. However, the draft simulation conducted by A to Z Sports has thrown a new angle into the conversation, suggesting that the team could take a quarterback in the second round. Specifically, they project the 49ers to select Jackson Dart from Ole Miss with the 43rd overall pick, and honestly, that's a bold move. Valentino, who made this projection, argues that the 49ers would be wise to use the franchise tag on Purdy while looking for a potential upgrade. He suggests that with Jalen Milroe off the board, San Francisco might opt for Dart as a safer choice, given his impressive stats. Dart's season was phenomenal, completing 69.3% of his passes for over 4,200 yards, 29 touchdowns, and just 6 interceptions. With those numbers, it's hard not to get excited about what he could bring to the table. However, this raises a lot of questions. Are we really ready to move on from Purdy, who has shown us what he's capable of? In my opinion, the idea of drafting a quarterback as a direct replacement for Purdy feels a bit unnecessary. Sure, competition is healthy, but do we really need to shake things up when we have a talented player already leading the charge? The thought of moving on from a player who has brought so much promise leaves me feeling conflicted. The more plausible scenario, in my eyes, is that the 49ers strike a deal with Purdy for a long-term contract. Imagine what it would mean for the team to solidify that relationship and build on the chemistry he has with the roster. Yet, I can't ignore the possibility that Lynch and Coach Kyle Shanahan are looking at this from a strategic standpoint, planning for the future, while still respecting Purdy's contributions. It's a tricky balancing act. Now, what about the rest of the draft? Aside from the quarterback drama, I find the selection of Kenneth Grant, a defensive tackle from Michigan, with the 11th overall pick, intriguing. It's a solid choice to bolster our defensive line, which is essential. But then there's the third-round pick, Gray Zabel, an offensive tackle from North Dakota State. That makes total sense to address our offensive line needs, but I can't shake the feeling that a quarterback selection in the second round might overshadow these solid picks. So, what do you think? Was this the best decision for the 49ers to consider a quarterback? Honestly, I'm torn. It's a high-risk move that could either pay off big time or lead to unnecessary drama in the locker room. The fans are passionate, and I can feel the energy buzzing in the air about what this team could accomplish. As we dive into the offseason for the San Francisco 49ers, it's hard to ignore the weight of the decisions that lie ahead. Coming off a disappointing 6-win season after being crowned NFC champions just 1 year prior, the stakes are incredibly high for this franchise. The looming agency period of 2025 could prove to be one of the most pivotal moments in recent memory, and I'm here to break it down for you. First off, let's talk about Brock Purdy. The front office is at a crossroads, deciding whether to invest in him as the future of this team. A successful contract for Purdy could reshape the quarterback market, but is he the guy? Honestly, I'm torn. While he showed flashes of brilliance, I can't help but wonder if he's the long-term answer we need. The pressure is on, not only for Purdy, but for the entire organization to make the right call. Now, let's shift gears to some key players whose contracts are expiring soon. George Kittle and Deebo Samuel are cornerstones of this franchise, and their futures loom large. Can you imagine a 49ers roster without them? It's hard to picture, and it's crucial that the front office secures their talents. And then there's Talanoa Hufanga. The Pro Bowl safety is set to hit the market, creating another layer of uncertainty. With so much at stake, how will the 49ers navigate these waters? As we look at potential free agent targets, 3 names stand out that could make a significant impact on this team. Let's start with Dante Jackson, the cornerback from the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charvarius Ward's future in doubt and possibly on the way out, Jackson could step in as a viable option. He's had a solid career, and at 29, he still has a lot to offer. He's coming off a season with 5 interceptions, showcasing his ability to play the ball. The 49ers currently have $52.8 million in cap space, which makes this a feasible option. But here's my question for you. Is investing in a cornerback position the right move, or should we focus elsewhere? Next up is Jevon Holland, the safety, from the Miami Dolphins. If Hufanga doesn't return, Holland could be the perfect fit. He's young and has already established himself as one of the league's top safeties. Plus, he's a local boy from Oakland. Can you feel the excitement of bringing a hometown hero back to the Bay Area? His performance speaks for itself, and having someone like him would solidify our secondary. But can he be the game changer we need? I want to hear your thoughts on this potential acquisition. Then there's Elandon Roberts, a linebacker also, from the Steelers. With Dre Greenlaw potentially leaving via free agency, Roberts could be a solid, experienced addition to the linebacker core. At 31, he brings a wealth of experience and has consistently been a reliable run defender. He's proven he can rack up tackles, and he's got the Super Bowl rings to prove it. Would he be a wise investment for a team needing to bolster its run defense? I'm curious if you think this is the right direction for the 49ers. Lastly, we can't ignore the offensive line. Teven Jenkins from the Chicago Bears stands out as a strong candidate to shore up our trenches. The pressure on Purdy last season was alarming, and improvements are necessary. Jenkins showed promise, allowing just 1 sack in his last 6 games. His versatility as a former tackle could be invaluable. But can he stay healthy? That's the million-dollar question. Do you think adding a guard should be a top priority? Or should we be looking elsewhere to protect our quarterback? As we navigate this crucial offseason, each decision carries weight. The 49ers are at a pivotal moment, and the choices made in the coming weeks could define the future of this team. Do you think the front office will make the right moves? What's your take on the potential signings? I want to hear your opinions down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on all things 49ers. And remember to activate that notification bell to get all the latest updates. Let's keep the conversation going and rally together as faithful fans of the San Francisco 49ers.